Hi everybody!
Welcome to Women at Work! Yay!
I'm Auntie Donahue.
I'm Amanda Parent.
We have a very special guest,
Maria Bamford! Yeah! Comedian, lady, person,
human
of the night.
Yeah.
Actually of the night because you do stand-up comedy.
Yeah, that's right. Mostly.
Mostly.
Sometimes they have nooners.
Really?
Right? Yeah.
That's fun.
Or sometimes they tape things in the morning. Have you ever been? Yeah, sometimes.
Like breakfast television.
Breakfast.
Do you like doing that stuff?
Sometimes it's real fun. It's fun, you know. But I'm more introverted, so everybody has things that they enjoy differently. I'm like this is real fun. But like where TV and stuff, then you gotta get your hair done, and then you gotta chit chat and be kind of. Or this is my fear that you've got to be extroverted, but I think maybe that's not true. I could be quiet and nobody would care.
I feel like some of the best comedians are introverts.
That's
What do you
right.
think? Yeah.
That's what I said.
It's like what Denzel Washington says, which is my favorite quote. The loudest one in the room is the weakest one in the room. The one who goes into like a chill situation is like, hey everybody. Like those are the ones that need to, like, I think introversion can be pretty strong. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, no.
It's a pretty great thing.
You have a strong core.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like. I mean, I try to act extrovert because it's fun. I have a friend who's super extroverted, and she's just like, it's so fun to go places with her because she can talk to anybody, and then all of a sudden we're at a party. You know, like anything becomes like. I was at a hotel with her, and all of a sudden she's like, started playing poker with some strangers, and you know, we're having the nice time. Whereas I would, you know, usually what happens, like go back to the hotel room.
That's okay though.
Yeah.
You're allowed to do
That's
that.
okay too.
I've been spending a lot of time painting in my room. So reach for your stars. Yeah, so it's fun to do things like that, and you don't always have to be like, let's get this party started.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? Because it gets tiring. You need to recharge.
Recharge.
Well, especially if you're doing like stand-up, because you have to give so much of yourself to other people, and like you need to, if you don't take time to like refill that pool, you're not going to have anything. You can't give anything back.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think people expect you to be like a loud, boisterous person off stage?
No, but I think you know, like you meet me at the airport or pick you up, you know. I mean, I would want somebody to be like super like pleasant and a good conversationalist, and not that I'm not unpleasant, but just sort of like sometimes I was like, can we just watch the trees go by quickly as we drive through the city?
Something that I really admire about you is that you've been very open about depression, which is amazing, especially for, I don't know, for younger women. In particular, women at work, to be so open about it, I think it calms people down and it makes them think this is okay to talk about this and get the help that I need. Do you feel like you're helping?
Well, it helps me.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
So, but and probably the reason I think I enjoy stand-up is because I had like lots of OCD, and it was like a way to connect with people that feels very safe. Like you don't have to. You're in control, which of course you're not, but there's a clear boundary, and then you can talk for as long as you want and then be done.
Yeah.
And
I think also like talking about mental health is such an important thing at this time, because like right now there's so many people talking about their own experiences, and they're erasing that stigma that like that is still attached, but not, it's like detaching so slowly, and it's so awesome to see, because
Yeah, it's so much better. I mean, yeah, it seems like there's just so many more memoirs and books and stuff like that. There's just tons more. It seems a lot. Yeah, it's awesome.
But using your public platform, like you've gone from like you started. I was about to say Drake. You started from the bottom, now you're here. But like you started where you did, and now you've got this amazing trajectory that like sees you being recognized places. Like I mean, your return on Arrested Development was so great. And when you started here, was that something that you looked at and thought, I want that one day, or did you just kind of follow where your path kind of led you?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think I was like doing stuff on stage. I think I was just doing stand-up and doing improv and stuff in Minneapolis, and I remember this dude friend comic gave me the book The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron.
Yeah.
I love it. And I mean, I love a workbook. And it was like really helped me kind of solidify of like, oh, you know, I'm a comedian, you know, and that it's okay to say that and you know, I did affirmations, you know, and in Minneapolis, it was a fairly safe city to be poor in, you know, like, but when I moved to Los Angeles, it was like, oh, things could go, especially if you don't have health insurance, then so you go into the county facility and then living in a bad neighborhood, it's just things can go south pretty quickly. So that's when I guess it was like, well, I'm a comedian and I have a job, you know, like, and those two things can exist. I was a secretary for 10 years, you know, wow. And I got my bachelor's degree from college.
No big deal.
No
names are out there.
What? No.
NBD.
No. Yes. NBD. But like that it's okay to have. I mean, and a great thing to have a job, because I don't know, sometimes, or I've heard stories of people move to LA or New York or Chicago or whatever big city and then go, or Toronto, and then go, I'm not, I don't want to be a victim of my dream either, you know, like, I gotta stay in this industry no matter what, you know, because like then we were talking about grad school, like, oh, I was like, well, it'd be okay, I could go back to school and I can type, you know, and do something else, because I don't think that's worth it to make yourself miserable on behalf of some you know, vision that may or may not be what you think it is.
Yeah, like I've met a lot of road comics who you spend like 10 hours in a car with them and you're like, oh, you don't like this. Why are you driving to like Fort McMurray in like this random small town just to do something that you have grown to hate? It makes me really sad, and I just think there's so many things that you can do. You should be doing, also during what you want to be doing, you should be doing other stuff so that you don't drive yourself crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if you hate it, don't do it anymore. Because you only live. YOLO! 2 Drake references.
That album came out this week. I've been listening to it a lot. Even though I'm listening, I'm like, you are on Degrassi. I used to watch you on Degrassi. Yeah. But I will listen and pretend I relate. But I do not, because you're from the Forest Heights area. And I'm from, like, the town. From the movie The Town.
I feel like we should move on to the lightning round.
Dun 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 dun!
The rapid fire round.
I know, you changed it without asking.
I know,
How
I
dare you?
wanted to
This is the end of Women at Work. We're no longer best friends.
We're going to ask you a series of questions fast.
Dun 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 dun. I have to say it. I don't know why. It just happens to me.
When and why did you decide to try stand-up?
It looked fun, and it was on my campus, and it seemed like it would be really fun. And it was when I was like 19.
Yes. When you look at somebody, like when you were starting out, whose career trajectory did you look at and were like, I love that career, I admire that person?
I like Steve Martin and Carol Burnett.
If you picture a room and it's your bedroom and it's perfect, what does it look like?
Okay, it's got can't have sheepskins on the floor because I think they would get too dirty and they'd be kind of nasty. So, but happy sheepskins.
I like that. I feel so zen right now.
I know, I'm so cozy thinking of curling up in some sheepskin.
So now I'm going to zen out with my, I was going to be like, with the ultimate zen question, and then I will put my head in an oven after that, saying that. Oh my God, like the zen question of the day. When you distress, and you're like, when you're de-stressing, not distressing, when you hit panic, what do you do? When you're
I have a room.
I press it button, Jodie Foster's there, it's great.
I changed my last answer, that's my safe.
When you're, relaxing and de-stressing, what's your ritual?
I wish. Well, I go to a lot of support groups. I like support groups, and so I go to those that really calm me down. And there's a billion of those in LA, and all sorts of groups. So I do that. But if I'm by myself, and I would like to say that I would do some meditation, but truthfully, what I do, get some skim milk, and I get some sort of carb, a cracker or a cookie, and I read a magazine or a book while munching in bed, or munching in bed, and look at videos of my dogs.
That's a terrific answer.
That is a terrific answer.
That made me feel relaxed hearing about it. I'm like gonna go in my car and be like, I'm at Maria Bamford's house. Like, wait, nope, that sounds terrifying now. Rewind. Again, this is the last episode of an hour because I'm going to be taken away.
Finally, what's the one thing that you haven't done in your career that you would really like to do?
Oh, I'd like to be in like something that lasted, a number of years. If it's like a web series or work with the same people and it could do acting.
That's so crazy. Maria Bamford just confirmed she's going to be a regular on Women at Work just now.
Amazing.
It's so weird. It's going to be.
You're our third member.
Oh my God! Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, we're
Yay,
doing
we're doing it.
We're doing it.
Okay, great.
It'll be
I
great.
love it. When do we start?
Right now.
Start now.
My name's Kathy. Maria, thank you so much for being on.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
cool.
People can find you mariabamford.com.
At mariabamford.com. And my only advice for people, whenever they do whatever, you just do it, and then you keep doing it, and then you do it again, and then you do it again, and then you fail, and you feel bad, and then you do it again.
That's great advice.
That's the best advice, actually. Seriously. That's actually the best advice.
We're going to go hug for an hour.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next
Thank you.
week.
Bye.
I have a lot of sleeping I've been doing.
Who doesn't love
I love
sleep?
sleeping.
I love it. It's so
Sleep
cozy.
It's so nice. You
It's
live
not
like
real
it.
life.
Oh, and then
It's
you.
high school.
That's from student
That's from student
bodies.
bodies.